Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and I do readings for the Pisces Collective. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. Thank you for all my regular watchers. I appreciate you so very much. I have a card for today. Worrying about illness can create more illness. Now, I'm getting very much a Nine of Swords vibe with this. And it's actually this, as much as it doesn't sound like a gift, it is a gift from Spirit. It's one that we keep repeating, and when I say we, is like me and guides, we keep repeating to you, but one that is really important. So I'm going to turn around and read to you. When you give your attention to something, your potential for attracting it is increased. The more vivid the details, the more likely you are to attract it into your experience. And so any negative emotion you feel while observing something is your indication that you are negatively attracting. The magic that you have when you are on this planet is that you are able to imagine and attract the most wonderful and beautiful things to yourself. The problem is we get afraid or we get scared because of past experiences or something happened to scare us. Either that or we've seen other people go into a spiral of bad. And that can indicate not only illness, it can indicate everything else. Now understand that some most beautiful people in the world get sick, and they never asked for it, and I don't believe they were thinking about it. But I believe that there's soul contracts, things that people have to go through, and it's not necessarily for just themselves. They come here knowing that their suffering is going to affect everybody around them, the way it shapes the people around them. And sometimes we're not really aware of what the extent of all those lessons are. When I think of people around me who have died of sickness, I know how it impacted my life, how my heart broke, how it made me think of certain things, even the death of my father. Death is something that makes you really reflect on what you have sometimes left of your own life and what you want to accomplish and do with it. Sickness does the same thing. So for some people saying, why do good things happen? Bad things happen to good people. This is kind of the answer that comes through, okay? We're all here. We all have a path that we've decided that we're going to do when we come here and we return home. And then, you know, for some of us, the pattern repeats. We come back and do another stint here or elsewhere. I'm not privy to the entire major plan of everything. I don't have the blueprints of every single thing that happens on the other side. We're not meant to know everything. But it's the basics of it, okay? And those of you who know me know I've suffered a lot of death and sadness in my life of things that were unfair. Where my very own mother, who passed in 2020, went out and screamed to the sky, why her? Why are you doing this to her? And I understood, even before she did, that there was a bigger picture of why things happened, okay? But you may be of one of these people who feels that way. This thought, though, is about the things that you can control, the things that you don't want to be attracting into your life, that you have control over. That's not part of your major contract. The things that you are bringing in because you are afraid or in fear, or because you've seen somebody else suffer and don't want to go through the same thing. And the greatest gift is that if you flip that around, if you do it in a very different way, you're going to be attracting some very different things. Okay, so let's see here. Let's pull. The cards are jumping, but they're not coming out. So I want one that comes out of the deck onto the table. I'm very big on jumpers. See, you have family here, but it's... So this could be... Oh, there you go. This could... The family card could have been examples of family members that make you think of things that could happen, bad things. So the reason I spoke about sickness is I feel that might have been that. You know, a grandmother, a beloved mother who got sick, who was like the life and the beauty and the light in life and didn't ask for anything. Please believe that they are there to help you. Okay, so animals. Animal guides have been coming in a lot of our readings in the last couple of weeks, so please, please pay attention to those of you who have animals that have gone or passed away, or find your animal spirit guide. They're usually a sign of strength. They bring you a gift that will help you along your way. The reason I think that animals are coming in is because they don't suffer these things that we put ourselves through. Animals don't worry about sickness. They don't worry about pain. They just live freely and in full love and loyalty till the day that they go. A lot of them just live on instinct because they're wild and they've never been domesticated as pets. But even some wild animals who become pets have do the same thing. They know what friendship is. They know that bond and that beautiful tie of friendship. So please, please listen to your spirit animals, your pets, your past pets, because they're definitely trying to come and give you the gift of love, of joy that you felt. And they live in such a beautiful, free spirit. And it is because they are very different than us. They're not the same as us at all. In a lot of ways, they're a purer form of spirituality than we are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Okay? So just hold on to that and hold it in your heart and they live with just a beautiful vibration around them every day. And that's what they're trying to share with you here. We have a beautiful vibration to share with you. Okay? One of freedom. I mean, if you look at this card, you see it. There's a beautiful bird of freedom. There's this beautiful wolf of protection and security. They offer you so much love. The wisdom of owl hiding in the shadows here. And the cat. Okay? So I'm showing you the cards so you can see the various degrees of animal you have, the moon in the background. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not a great, I've never been, well, what I consider myself an animal person. Like I've seen, you know, people who always have had pets. I've had pets sporadically in my life, but for some reason, they're really coming in. It's probably because I've had one of my doggies on my mind in the last couple of months. Yeah, so that's probably why they're coming through. It was in preparation to bring this. Okay. The other thing that I'm getting from them is all they want is love from you. That's it. That's the only thing that you can see them beg for, right? That and table food, but especially dogs. All they really want is your hand to pet them, to feel that security of touch of somebody cares for me and I care for you, right? And for a lot of you, I feel that this is bringing up a lot of emotion, but this is the kind of feeling they want you to hold on to. Maybe this is telling some of you as well that you need to have some, maybe a beloved pet has gone, and you need to bring in another, not to replace them, but to feel that beautiful love, that when you start worrying about such things that aren't even happening, they're showing me my rabbits. I used to, when I had a broken heart, when I'd go to work and have a really bad day, when somebody would just stand there and yell at me for the company I was working for, not for me, but, you know, I was the first person that they could yell at, and I'd come home and feel the burden of that because I felt for them, but I felt for me. I was miserable being there. It was miserable for them. I would pick up my pet rabbit and just hold it and pet it. And there's nothing quite like petting a little ball of fur to make you feel 1,000 times better and feel the love coming back from them. So when you are doing this, instead of focusing on that, find something that brings, if you're not an animal person, find a happy thought, find a loving thought. Hey, pet another human if that helps. That's funny, but you know, hey, whatever works. Hug a child, hug a parent, hug a friend, pet an animal, okay? Turn to love, turn to love, absolutely, okay. Okay, these cards, they're not giving me any more, I guess. I guess that we're done with this deck. Okay. Doesn't happen very often, but it does. All right, Pisces. Let's grab some tarot then. They're never done with tarot. Okay. For many of you, I feel that these thoughts could be hitting you at night. There's a lot of nighttime. Nighttime, sometimes when we finally have a quiet moment alone, we start regretting things. They say the best thing you can do is just rest, okay? The Four of Wands, right? Have you ever noticed an animal is excited? They're always like in the mood to celebrate, right? Everything is like, yay, something good's gonna happen, right? You come home from work, they're wagging their tails. It's like, oh, he's here. It's like a party. So they want you to be more like that. They want you to celebrate, be grateful, find the harmony, find the home in your own life, and treat every day as the successful completion of a stage in your life. Celebrate all the little things, not just the big things like the anniversaries and the weddings. Celebrate everything that comes into your life and really embrace it with all of your might. Okay. Bringing yourself back into balance with the Six of Pentacles. We were talking about that this week in one of the other readings, that the Six of Pentacles is the most important card in the deck for me when it comes to you, Pisces, because it is the card of finding that give and take in your life that balances you out and that helps you move forward and without impediment, without bringing everything full circle. And this is Spirit's way of telling you that if you just flip that around, if you just think of things in a better way, you know, it may not be every day, but better things will definitely the world will start feeling better around you. When you stop being anxious for things that have not happened before, before now, I would say, or before anything happens is what they're saying. It's before anything it actually shows up to make you see that something really bad's going to happen. It's worrying before the fact. It's before. They keep bringing that word, before, causing yourself nightmare, stress, and anxiety. If you're going to worry before the fact, why don't you celebrate before the fact? Put that same energy into something good and celebrate whatever you're anticipating is coming. What am I looking at today? When am I going to look around the corner and see something fantastic arrive here for me? There's that beautiful 9. There it is. See? They're just validating that this is the same card. Anxiety is such a... Anxiety and fear. We have been cultivating that for so long. For so long. And it was a fight or flight. You know, like when we were anticipating when a bear came around the corner, and then we would get stressed. And then we would react in that stressful situation. It was supposed to drop adrenaline into us and help us think clearly. But instead what we do is we worry about things that aren't even there anymore. It's like we snap ourselves into a stress situation before anything happens. And we let the brain, the physical brain, take over and do it to us. And if we could just figure out how to not do that so often, how to think a better feeling thought, we would probably be, not probably, we would definitely be healthier and happier, because we wouldn't have all of these hormones, all of that physical stress that comes into our body, that chemical response going through our body and causing us so much harm. We need to be kinder. Think about it this way. You're bringing yourself back into alignment, back into a better physical balance, of alignment of not just your energy but body. When you start shifting that into a different way, turn that 9 of swords into a 9 of cups or 9 of pentacles. Turn it into work towards your goals or wishing or wish fulfillment. Okay, make that 9 a very different thing. And it is even an 18 on this card. It is a 9. It's the same card. Okay. No coincidences. There's no coincidences in life. Everything happens for a reason. Even if it's not clear to you at the moment, it always does. Everything happens. Even the saddest of things, Pisces. Even the saddest of things. Okay, this one wanted to see. It turned and then turned back. It went, yeah, the 7 of Swords. Yeah, this this type of energy is causing the delays that you're feeling. And they want you to look at it straight in the eye. They want you to rip off that bandana that's blocking. There are 2 different ways. There's the path of happy, and there's the path of fear and sadness and anxiety. Joy, happiness, contentment. You need to really look at them. You need to stop ignoring or just thinking that this is the middle. That's just the way everybody does things. We worry about stuff. We stress about things. There's a different way. And if you can tap into that, you'll really tap into the magic of what that is and what that means. Of course the devil comes out. Of course the devil comes out. And you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So, what is the devil saying? The devil's always there to bound you, to give you limitations and boundaries to things, making you believe. But it's a trick, because the devil's all about trickery, right? And restrictions and bondage and holding you in the place that they want you to keep you in, this 9 of Swords. So releasing yourself from this, you're releasing yourself from this devil. This is the same thing that I used to tell people when they used to ask me, do you believe in demons, James? And I say, do you want some? Because you can create your own. You can think that demons exist by constantly thinking about them every single day. Oh, there's a demon him, and Satan that, and demon that, and demon that, and you keep giving them power and giving them power until suddenly you're finding yourself having manifestations of some sort. You know, bad luck, or things are happening, or you're feeling negative energy because you keep bringing it into your own energy. So if you want that, absolutely go for it. But I don't think anybody really wants that. So, do I believe in demons? Do you want some? Because you can create them if you want them. Because you can attract anything that you keep thinking about. Do you want to keep thinking about the boogeyman? Do you want to keep thinking about how things can go wrong? Because you can definitely think about it so long that you end up creating it in your life. Or do you want to free yourself from that? Do you want to realign yourself with what is good? Do you want to celebrate your life? Do you want to have a good life? Your animals are telling you it's very easy to have a good life. Just have a good life. Just wake up every day ready to have a great life. And pretty soon, that's what starts happening. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for being here, Pisces. I appreciate you tremendously. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings, and I will see you in the next reading.